Yo, 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 welcome back to the Further Your Lifestyle podcast, conversations on lifestyle, passions, and hustles. My name's Chris Furlong, and I'm the host of this podcast. And today, episode number 6, I'm so excited to be here. We are talking about staying fresh, keeping fresh, and being fresh. Let's get into it. So what are we actually talking about today? Now, if we just take a bit of a step back and reflect on what's happened in the last year, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. The last year, especially 2020, it came out of nowhere. It kind of gave us a big slap in the face and gave us a bit of a wake-up call in so many different ways. And we're talking about just, what is priority in our life. It gave us a wake-up call around our jobs. It gave us a wake-up call around just what is important, and also that things are out of our control and things can change madly and greatly and quickly. And it really did give us, I guess, that moment to really take a minute and just think about, well, what's going on? What's my reality? What's my purpose? And what am I doing? And maybe not for you, but that's how it was for me. And I think if we could sum it up, we were basically caught off guard, right? None of us saw this coming. None of us thought this would happen. I mean, a lot of people were thinking 2020 was going to be their year. It's going to be, the year for me. And anyway, I think we all went through a series of emotions last year. And, now we're in 2021 and it's not over yet, right? And some countries are doing a lot better than others, and some areas are doing it differently to others as well. And, we're by all means, we're not out of the woods yet. But I don't want to talk about COVID in this episode. What I want to talk about is, with all those things that came to us and are still happening at this point in time, there was a lot of conversation that did happen, but also I think it also needs to be continuously reminded. And that's about looking after yourself, picking yourself up, and managing your wellness. But in this case, I would like to say keeping yourself fresh, staying fresh. And when you think about it, when you're out and you're going for a walk or you're going for a run, you need to stay hydrated. You need to keep things in your body that's enabling you to step forward, to keep going, and to make it happen, right? And in this case, whether it's about hydration, keeping it fresh, or just keeping that smile on your dial, that's what I want to talk to you about today. Whether you have a lifestyle which is big, bold, and beautiful, or you have something small, quiet, and peaceful, whatever it is, whatever your lifestyle looks like, let's talk about how you can keep it fresh, stay fresh, and what does that look like? So I want you to think about, what makes you smile. When I say that, what's the first thing that comes to mind or actually pops into your head? Also, think about how you feel when you get out of a shower. Are you feeling good? You feel refreshed? You feel like you feel maybe some weight off your shoulders? Or think about the feeling after a successful workout or a run, or you've gone out and done a jog, or maybe a skipping rope session, or whatever it may be. What does that feeling feel like? Or maybe the feeling when you have a glass of orange juice, or as you stretch out your day, or with a hint of yoga or something of that sort. And how do you feel when you spend time for yourself? And that's essentially what we're talking about today. It might be reading a book or a magazine or two. It might even be lying next to a poolside and having a few drinks to cool off from a heated week, or maybe just a hot day, or maybe just because you need to. But what about the feeling when you see a loved one, or when you see them come through the front door, or when you get home and you see them, or maybe it's when you see your puppy or your chickens or your pets or whatever you have, right? Or what about as you jump into bed after a long busy day and you're just ready to take rest and get some sleep? How do you feel when you have a few drinks with your mates, or you go out and spend some time with your friends? Or what about a Netflix binge in your favorite PJs, or eating your favorite pizza, or maybe getting into that tub of ice cream? You see, these are all lovely and amazing and encouraging and uplifting things that make us feel great, that make us feel fresh. But they really are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to feeling, I guess, or staying or being fresh. To me, fresh, means to be clear, clean, and to be free of, or to be with a glow. Now, that can be taken in so many different ways, and it will probably resonate more or less with each other in different ways around being clear and clean. But what I really want to talk about here is, and I actually wrote this down a good year ago in the heated times of when I guess COVID was at its peak. Now, not saying that we're not out of the woods there, but it was when I was probably, feeling it the most. And the way I looked at it at that point in time was, what everything that was happening, and I guess is still happening, it can be hard to see through the thick layer of all the craziness in the world and maybe the fear, and it's there, and actually it's closer than ever. It's in the little things. It's very hard to maybe identify, where is the happiness, or where is the freshness, or where is the freedom, or where is the cleanness or the glow. But in short, where is the happiness, right? But it's closer than ever, and it's in those smaller things, such as with your friends online, in Zoom calls, or having a phone call, or on Facebook Messenger. It's with your family and your loved ones, but most of all, it's with you. It really does start with you, and you are key here. And of course, I don't want to just say that COVID is the only issue that's going on in the world. There is so many things. I'm using this as one example, which is relatable to everyone. But, we all go through different things, or we're all experiencing different things. And this still stands out in those areas as well. And I would like to encourage you that, if that is something more relevant for you, then to apply it to that lens. So coming back to you, you are the key here. And it can be a bit of a cliche to say, you have the ability to control how you feel. You can feel fresh, or you can feel gloom. It really does come down to what you are doing and when you are doing it, and how you are doing it. Focus on the positives, or you can focus on the negatives. You can focus on the opportunities, or you can focus on the things that aren't working out. You can focus on the blessings, and maybe you can also focus on the things that you don't have, or, what comparing yourself to others and things like that. But the thing here is you need to find them. And if you can't, then you need to ask someone and, help them show you. And that's what I want to talk about today. I want to work with you and talk to you that if you are not being able to find what is making you happy, what is enabling you to smile, or what is helping you see through those, all the gloom and doom, then, reach out, let us know, leave me a comment or connect with me. More than happy to have a conversation. But the way I want to sum this up, and this is a very short and sweet podcast, is things are tough. That's as blunt as it can get. We all are experiencing many and different things on different scales. Some of us have it very, very easy, and some of us have no idea of what it is. And I'll be the first one to put my hand up that I've got it very good at this point in time. Here in Australia, things have gone very well, and we've been able to get on top of things, but also in life in general, things aren't necessarily too sticky for me at this point in time. However, a year ago, it was a different place, and I was, definitely feeling things were tough. And I want to make sure that I, want to put it out to anyone that I totally get it. Things are very tough in different ways for everyone. So things are tough. Super tough, and actually, there is fear for everyone at this point in time. We're all experiencing it in different ways, and that will come and go in life regardless. But the key thing here is that we are all feeling this, and I want to make sure whoever's listening to this that you hear that and understand that. But the first thing to remember is exactly that. We are all experiencing it in one way or another, whether it's the fear, the toughness, or sometimes just the heaviness of things that we go through, whether it might just be, growing up, getting through high school, maybe through some education, maybe you're studying, or maybe it's the stressful job, or trying to, do work at your job so you can meet bills, or, meet whatever you need to do. And that in itself can be stressful. There's so much stress in different areas of our lives, and it can be, very hard to just bring all that together and, get rid of it when you're, coming home, or with your family, or with your loved ones. But I just want to try and say that, we're all on the same playing field here one way or another. So it's important to remember that we are sharing the love and encouraging one another, and to keep each other safe and healthy, right? And we can do that in so many different ways. The quickest way to do this is to bring your A game. And number one point, especially when it comes to, staying or feeling fresh, if we're bringing our A game, our best to someone else, to everyone else, whether it is just a smile or a hello or giving some time of the day to give some others, that quality patience or that quality time or that conversation or a smile or just to listen, that will go a long way in making their day feeling that extra fresh. But the other thing here is doing things that you love, right? Or enabling others to do things that they love. Now, stepping away from everyone else and let's just focus on you at this point in time is over the last couple of episodes, actually for the last 5 episodes, we've been talking about, finding passion, finding purpose and the things that make you smile and the things that make you happy. Now, you need to hone down on these things. Now, stepping away from trying to pursue passion at a, really long-term perspective, but focusing a bit more on the short term, right? Now, some ways that we can get ourselves out of a rut or to feel better and to feel fresh is all those lists of things that we went through at the start, whether it's just relaxing by the pool or maybe it's watching Netflix or whatever. They're all great things, a way to kind of get away from it all, or maybe just having that nice warm bath or shower. But other things that you need to think about is, what can you be doing to help yourself feel this every day? Now, I'm not going to say go out and watch Netflix and binge watch every day because though that might make you feel happy for a period of time, it's not going to be the answer to, necessarily the problem. What will be key for you is to, yes, incorporate these different things into your life, into a routine, and bring some consistency, bring some structure of not just the things that you have to do in life, whether it's manage your family, work, adulthood, or whatever it may be, but bring in these elements so you do have a piece of each of these throughout your day. Now, it could be as simple as listening to a podcast. It could be listening to some music. It could be going out for a run. It could be spending the time watching some Netflix. But most of all is just taking the time for yourself, however that may be. It will be different for everyone. I like to listen to an audiobook when I go for a run, and that's my me time to ensure that I am getting that chance to learn, chance to grow, but also that chance to have a conversation with myself and kind of just escape everything else. Now, that will be different for everyone, but I think the real key here, and once again, I'm summing this up, is you need to do these things you love, and you need to do them so you see your smile, right? And you want to see that smile shine, because if you can do that for yourself, that is enough to make someone else feel fresh too. Now, what we put out there, how we present ourselves, how we speak to others, whatever we're doing, that influences others, whether we intend it to or not. People see it. It's like what you see on Instagram. It influences what we do and think and respond, because we see something and we think, oh wow, this person's doing that, or that person's got this, or even though they might not have intended to be able to say, hey, look at me, we create an influence of everything that we are doing. So if you can build a structure or something which is of consistency around ensuring that you are finding a way to bring that smile back to yourself, to bring that positivity to your life, other people will start to see it and other people will ask about it. Other people will be curious, or other people will just naturally catch on, and they might feel that smile, that joy, or that freshness as well. And that is all I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to be very, very quick and sharp and, just to give you guys a bit of a different taste here, because as much as I am passionate about people's passions and finding hustles and, creating the lifestyle, this in itself is a major part of that, of, wellness and how you're managing yourself and ensuring that you are looking after you. Because, if we aren't taking the time to grow ourselves, to look after ourselves, it's going to be very hard to do it for others, but also to further your lifestyle. All right, so that's it, folks. Thanks for being here. Really do appreciate it. And, this is a bit more of a serious chat. And if anyone has questions, or you've taken something away from this, or maybe you've got a difference of opinion, do reach out. Do let me know. Of course, we are on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. And we also are on Spotify and many others as well. You can find us all via the website. But do connect, sync up how you would please. And most of all, I really do appreciate anyone, and that's you. If you're listening, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. My name's Chris Furlong. I'm the host of the Further Your Lifestyle podcast. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you all. And of course, I hope you have a wonderful day.